Okay, let's look at the next one. No common factor yet. Haven't started those. 8x squared. I can choose 8 and 1, or I can choose 4 and 2. I like 4 and 2 better. Doesn't mean I'm right yet. I don't know. I can see it a little quicker than you can, but I don't know the answer sometimes until I write it on paper also. Okay? I got to be able to visualize it. Minus last term means one of each sign. My only option for 3 is 3 and 1. So let's put it down. So let's see if I'm right. Outer times outer is negative 4. 4 times the negative 1. Inner times inner, positive 3, positive 2 is positive 6. And I do not get a 10. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to switch my 3 and my 1. Let's try that. So, outer times outer. 4 times negative 3 is a negative 12. Inner times inner, 1 times 2 is 2. And I get negative 10. Oh my gosh, I'm almost there. I want a positive 10. So, if I get the right number, but the wrong sign, if I get the right number, but the wrong sign, just switch the signs. Make that one the minus and that one the positive. And now I get positive 12, negative 2, which gives me my 10. So when I get the right number but the wrong sign, just switch my signs. I'm going to kind of skip around on here. I got a lot there to do yet. Let's go to that 18x squared one right below there. This particular question has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 different options. 12 choices, 12 of them. That's a lot. So let's try to simplify it as much as we can. Okay? 18, oops, that's 6. 18 times 1, 9 times 2, 6 times 3. I have no idea. Which one you want to go with? 9 times 2. Okay, because I really don't know yet. Can't tell. You got 3 choices though. Minus at the end means one of each sign. And then 10 can be 10 times 1, and 10 can be 5 times 2. I always like the ones without the ones. Doesn't mean that's not going to have to come back to it. But I'm going to go with 5 and 2. Now I'm going to use my big hint I gave you. If I'm going to go with 5 and 2, I'm not going to put the 2 here. I'm going to put it here. So let's try it. Outer times outer, negative 45. Inner times inner, positive 4. Way off. I'm at negative 41, but I want a negative 3. Now, it's not going to help me to switch the 5 and 2 because I know 2 and 2 can't be together. So I'm going to go and switch my 9 and 2 to 6 and 3. Now, if you're really paying attention, you know that I can't put the 6 first because I can't have 6 and 2 together because they share 2. So I'm going to go 6 here, 3 here. Now, if you're not getting that, it's okay. It's just going to maybe take you a little more time. Okay? So now let's try that. 6, I'm sorry, why did I say that? I don't know. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Inside 2 times 12, 6 is 12, and I got it, negative 3. trial and error. That's all it is. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. I'm going to go this one here because it looks different. So I want you to see one like that. No common factor yet. I'm going to hit that in the next question. So this one looks different because the x is at the end, but it doesn't change the process at all. So don't let that trick you. First times first is 2. My only choice is 2 and 1. Last term is positive, which means I'm going to have the same sign. Look there, minus, minus. Last term is 2x squared. My only choice is 2 and 1. But I know I'm not going to put 2 with 2. I'm going to put 2 here, 1 here. Make sure you get your x's for that last term. And then I check. 2 times a negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. And there's my negative 5. So that one looks a little weird, but you do the same thing. Okay? Okay, let's look at a couple more here. Let's look at the 12x squared plus 28x minus 24. First rule, and we haven't encountered it yet, is looking for a common factor. So we're going to still make it a 3-step process. Common factor, yes or no, do your 2 parentheses, and then can I factor more? So we're going to still think 3 steps. Okay? So this one does have a common factor. I can take out 2, but I can also take out 4. I think 4 is the biggest. So 4 divided into 12 is 3. X squared comes down. 4 into 28 is 7. X comes down. 4 into 24 is 6. Once I take out my common factor, then I do what I've just been doing. First term, 3x squared. My only choice, 3x times 1x. Minus last term means 1 of each sign. And then 6 can be 6 times 1. 6 can be 3 times 2. I'm going to go with 3 and 2, but I'm not going to put the 3 with the 3. I'm going to put the 3 back here and the 2 up there. And then let's check. Outer times outer. 3 times a negative 3 is negative 9. Inner times inner, positive 2 times positive 1 is positive 2. Add those together. I get my negative 7, but I want a positive 7. So when I get the right number, but the wrong sign, just switch the signs. Make that the minus and that the plus. And then it works. And then my last one I'm going to do here today. This is not going to happen very often, but it can happen. Is there a common factor? Yes. I can take out an x. X into x to the 5th leaves me x to the 4th. Minus 6. X into x to the 3rd, take 1 from the 3, leaves me squared. Minus 27. And x from x, I took it all. And then I go to factor. So x to the 4th breaks to x squared times x squared. Did I do an x to the 4th already? I just dreamt I did it, I guess. Minus last term means one of each sign. And then 27 is either 27 times 1 or 9 times 3. So I'm going to go with 9 and 3. Knowing I need a negative 6, I'm going to go negative 9, positive 3. And when I check that, outer times outer is negative 9. Inner times inner, positive 3. There's my negative 6. A third step is going to happen on this question. And that's because I have created a difference of squares. Right there. The x squared plus 3 all comes down. But then this one breaks up again. X times x, 3 times 3, plus and minus. So the difference of squares doesn't go away. We're going to use it all throughout. Now I'm going to give you the big hint as to when that happens. When you have to take your parentheses and go further. It's right there. That power of 4. When you see a power of 4, it's pretty likely you're going to have to go twice. Okay? When you see that power of 4, you're probably going to have to go again. It can't happen if it's a 2, because you're breaking it up to 1 and 1.